All right, I am here. It is Friday evening, which means in Australia, I'm guessing it's edging up on Saturday morning. By the time I get this to you, it'll probably be Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening, your time. But I'm here at the gym. I've got your email open. It's marked urgent, so I want to get this as quickly as possible. Excuse the video quality, but I want to get this to you really, really quick. And with our super slow internet here, the only way I can do that is to shoot this on really, really lower quality. Anyway, you get the idea. So I'm answering your email here, going through it real quick. Let me see. You said, well, I've seen programs written like this before. I have no understanding about how they best apply to me and my goals. So I have a bunch of questions. Yeah, I can't say I'm really following a lot of what you're asking here. I'm assuming you're aiming to cycle these over a few weeks, so the macro structure of the program isn't an issue. You're absolutely right. The week is your training week is going to change every single week. That's why I sent you a week 1. Your week 2 will be determined about how you perform week 1. That's why I always send you a week of programming, and I need you to reply back to that email. That way I can see what I asked of you, what you did on video, and then you explaining to me how it felt, so I can put all those together and design the proper next week for you. If any of that process is left out, then I cannot make a proper assessment and give you a proper next week of training. So everything is going to always be changing. Let me see. You don't really understand how the accessory work is structured, aside from the basic layout of light, upper versus heavy, primary, high rep, secondary, lower. I don't really see how you can understand how it's laid out. I think the way we've designed your program, I need to make an assessment of you. I have not seen you lift. I have not seen you lift. I have only seen you lift based on numbers on a piece of paper. And it's impossible. Just by looking at the numbers on a piece of paper, I will be bluntly honest and say you're not strong. There is nothing that is absolutely crazy strong about any of your numbers. I need to know why that is. Is it your exercise selection? First of all, the way that your programming has been, a semi-west side conjugate style, you aren't doing nearly enough work to get stronger. You're not doing the correct exercises for a long enough period, rotating them in a fashion to where you can show real progress. You need to get bigger and you need to get stronger. And that's what I'm doing here. So right now I'm giving you the core lift, and we're structuring that around probably a 4-week cycle. Then we're looking at the accessories. Now your accessories, let's say we're looking at bench press. So benches, I'm having you work up to a max 5. Your accessory lift is going to be a board press that you know that works for you. If you know that 2 board builds your bench press better than a 3 board, better than a 4 board, better than a 1 board, then do a 2 board. And I've got you, work up to some, max 3, or a fairly heavy single, something of that nature. So you're just working up and having fun. I'm not putting any restrictions on you because I need to see you lift. I need to see where you fail. I need to see where you struggle. Maybe you just don't train hard in the gym, and I'm going to see that from the video, and I'm going to tell you, maybe you're training too hard. And I'm going to see that, and I'm going to say, you know what, you need to back off. But I need to see you. I need to see you make decisions, and I need to see you lift. That way I can make a proper week 2. The accessories are going to be based upon how you performed that week. So there's no great way to answer your question. I can't explain the whole year's worth of programming from a week 1 after never seeing you lift. I really hope that makes sense. As far as you say rep-wise, you'll max out if I tell you to. but you don't think I want you to max out on the accessory work. Why not? If I tell you to work up to a max or a heavy or a max 3, that's a max 3. That's eyeballs popping out of your head 3. That's not a max 2. It's not a max single. It's a 3. But it needs to be hard. And I will push you harder and harder as we become more familiar with each other and I have an idea of what to expect from you and how hard I can push you without you getting injured and to keep you recovered and progressing all at the same time. Should these exercises be done in the order I've listed? Absolutely. Absolutely. So if we're looking at bench press, I've got bench press first. Accessory lift. I prefer to see you do a 3 board here, but whatever you know works. Stick with sets in the 5 to 8 rep range. Break a PR. If you know what your 5 or 6 rep max is, go for a new PR, a new 6 rep PR max. I don't care if that's adding an extra kilo to the bar or an extra rep. Go for it. Go big, go heavy, go hard, but stick to the rep range. After that, a tricep accessory lift, any kind of extension, tape press, rolling dumbbell extensions, skull crushers, JM press, anything that's not a board press type of tricep movement. Something that is extremely shoulder and wrist friendly. Lats. You can go back and forth on triceps, lats, on the next exercise, hamstrings, and the last exercise, abs. If you wanted to run all of those in a series and then repeat and repeat and repeat, that's fine. But generally, yes, you need to do the triceps, then you need to do the lats, then you do the hamstrings, and then you need to do the abs. So let me go day by day. Bench press, max 85% for a max 5 based on your training max. Yeah, you go for as many reps as you possibly can. I don't want to see you miss. I really don't ever want to see you miss in training. So if you have to hold one back, that's fine. The idea is we're going to come back and we're going to break this PR. If all is well, we're going to break this PR next month. We're going to do that by building on the accessory lifts. So accessory lifts, I prefer to see a 3 board press here, but whatever you know works for you. 3 to 5 sets of 5 to 8 reps. Just do some work. Just stick with the 5 to 8 rep range, and you want to do anywhere between 3 and 5 sets that you would consider to be work. I'm still learning about you here. Are you aiming for a PR on the total weight moved? PR for the weight of the bar? PR for reps? Is the sets working up? You've never done a board press, but you'll give it a crack. The answer to all that is yes. I just want to see you work. I just want to see you try it. We'll make changes in week 2. Trust me, this is going to be a builder for you. I promise. Triceps, no questions. Lats is the aim to get 50 reps regardless of the way it happens. The aim is 3 to 5 sets of 10 to 20 reps. I would love to see 15 to 20 reps no matter what. Reverse bands preferably to save your shoulders. I don't want you killing yourself, and the first set should not be hard. I would rather see you do 3 sets of 20 with 30 seconds rest than I would 5 or 6 sets of 10 with 5 minutes rest in between. This is not only a lat builder, it's a shoulder builder, it's a safety measure, and it's a way for you to make progress over time. These are not killer. It's just an exercise. Get it done. Use the reverse bands. Wide grip, underhand grip. Play with it. Get the reps. Hamstrings, glute ham raises, or Dimmel deadlift. 1 light, easy set of 10. Should these just be done during the warm-up? No, this is not a part of a warm-up. This is extra hamstring work at the end. I guess you could do this as part of your warm-up. But I will guarantee you right now that after I watch this, I will have complaints, which is good. You want me to fix stuff. You want me to find stuff wrong with what you're doing. We're going to use these Dimmel deadlifts as builders in the future. Abs, 1 light, easy set of 10. Not a warm-up. This is at the end of your training session. Most of this 1 light set of 10 needs to be full range of motion. This is part of stretching and resetting your spine, gaining control again of your spine. If your spine is out of alignment, the abs will help get you back into position. If you could do 3 to 4 sets here, that's great. No crunches, no cables, full range of motion. Setups, I've got a light, easy set of 10. On most of the other days, I'm asking for sets of 6 to 10, and they're to be absolute work. It's not a warm-up. Into the session, resetting your spine. I need something to drink. This cortisone has killed my voice. Ooh-wee, buddy. Day 2, squat or box squat. I really want to see you box squat. I will find stuff wrong with your box squat easier than I will with your squat, and we can make the box squat transfer over into your squat, your deadlift, and all of your other lifts. Primarily, your squat is going to be hard to fix through a video, and it's going to be hard to make that transfer over into all of your other lifts. I can fix your box squat very easily through a video analysis. And if you want to do a regular squat, we can always remove the box at the end of a session, and you can hit some free squats, and we can make that progress. It works one way, but not the other. Which bar to use? SS yoke bar, camber bar, regular squat bar, I don't really care. As long as you pick one and stick with it for a solid 8 weeks, unless we're looking at some kind of shoulder injury, bicep injury, tendonitis, that sort of thing. If that is the case, you need to start with SS yoke bar or the camber bar from the beginning and stick with it for 8 weeks so we can make progress in the second 4-week block, even if we're adding bands and chains during the second 4-week block. Pick a bar that you can stick with for 8 weeks. Good morning's deadlifts. Deadlifts, I got you 5 sets of 1, 15 seconds, rest between, 45% bar weight, and some short light bands. Does this mean 180 kilograms times 45%? If 180 is your 1 rep max, then yes, I'm looking for roughly 45% of 180. We also need to add the short light bands, add somewhere around 60 to 65 kilograms to a deadlift, depending on how tall you are and how long your arms are. So we need some bands, we need some chains, we need something to make this an actual speed deadlift. If you don't have bands or chains added to the deadlift bar, it's not a speed deadlift. You have to be fighting against something that is trying to slow you down. We will make this work for you physically and technically. Glute ham raises, demos, abs, triceps, and lats. Actually, that seems to be all the questions that you have. We do have the demo deadlifts again on day 2. 3 to 4 hard sets of 20 reps. So make sure you get it right on day 1. Nah, you're not going to get it right. Promise me. I promise you I'll find something wrong with it. And then I'll be yelling at you before week 2. And we're going to absolutely get somewhere in the next month. So I got your email. It's urgent. I'm going to go home, edit this out, get it up on YouTube for you as quickly as possible, get you the link. I hope this answers some of your questions. Honestly, I just need to see you train. I just need to see you train, and then we're going to make some serious progress. Once I can see what your weaknesses are, we design a week 2 that's more built exactly for you and exactly what you need. And the sky's the limit. Have a great one. Can't wait to see what you do.